Okay, welcome to my second gun review on the Tokyo Marui MP7. Now, I mean second review on my channel, not second review of this gun. This is the Tokyo Marui tan version of the Heckler & Koch MP7. I wanted the tan version because nearly all of my guns are tan. For example, my amazing Sand Viper is a lovely coppery colour. I just prefer the tan and black guns, and it also gives me the opportunity in the future, if I want to do painting and not start with a black canvas, which means I can use lighter colours if I want to, I just prefer it. Now, I'm going to go really quick rundown on this gun. I've already filmed this video once and it was 20 minutes long and I was not happy with it, so I'm going to try and do my best to do this in a quicker amount of time. So, breakdown really quickly. It is fully ambidextrous gun. Ambidextrous fire selectors, bolt release, trigger obviously, and mag release. Mag release is the only bit on this gun I really don't like out of the box. I just don't know how I'm going to get on with it. It's very small and a bit clunky and I don't know quite which finger to do it with or anything yet, but we will get there. As far as it goes for fire selector, really snappy. Ambidextrous again, different shapes and different sizes though. I like this size and shape more rather than the paddle for the left-handedness in me, because I am a left-handed person, but I can kind of understand this is probably what it was like on the real gun, and again I'd rather go for realistic over kind of, I would have liked it for ergonomics. It's realistic and that's what they want to keep it to. Speaking of realism, while this gun is for all intents and purposes as real as it gets, unfortunately it is slightly smaller than the real life Heckler & Koch MP7, but this is mainly due to I'm guessing licensing with TM, because a lot of Heckler & Koch guns, there are issues with getting them in the UK because of trademarking and stuff like that. I've heard of people getting mags or parts of this gun delivered where they've had to file off the logos because of copyright laws and silly stuff like that. But this is kind of 20% smaller than the real life one, but apparently it's not noticeable and I haven't really noticed it either because funny enough I don't have a real one. Other ambidextrous things to think of as well is that they have got 4 sling points, 1, 2, 3 and 4, so those are 2 on each side. They are too small to really hook anything through. I would personally suggest getting one of these rings or something like this, just attach it on. Maybe don't go for one shiny. This is just something I had in a key ring downstairs. But that will allow you to attach on your slings pretty nicely. There is an official one you can buy. It's 50 quid though. I'm not going to bother. Plus also you have to move your front sights forwards, which I don't particularly like the idea of, but this is pretty good a solution. Other things, it's got a fold down kind of front grip. A lot of people complain about wobble in this. I have got one that is not wobbly, so it does backwards and forwards just a teeny weeny bit, but side to side there's no wobble at all. It is the luck of the draw whether you get one that's wobbly or not, but I've heard there's some very easy solutions to fix that problem, so it's just a bit of a DIY jobby. Other than that, nice flash hider, but you do need an adapter to put on any silencers or tracer units, but it comes with one in the box. It has a lovely stock system with 3 points of adjustment. 1, 2, 3. When it's fully adjusted though outwards, it can be a bit more wobbly, so I prefer to keep it in the secondary position. Okay, now the stock adjustment is only on one side. The other side activates a release that you can remove the stock completely for a teardown, which I'll do in a later video. Charging handle is ambidextrous, moves quite nicely, makes a solid chunk because this is a gas blowback rifle. It does have a automatic kind of hold open, so just hold the bolt there if there's no rounds in the chamber, and the bolt release is push up, but apparently on the real life one it is pushed down, so that is again a little bit of an inaccuracy there. Just hold the bolt open when it runs out of ammo. Luckily for me though, I really don't like it when it's like this because this stays open. I wish this still slid forwards even though the bolt didn't go forwards, but again if that's like it on the real life one, that's the way it is. But that does not happen when you are using the gun and it holds the bolt open when it's out of ammo. It's just if you try charging the gun when there's no ammo in the chamber it stays back, which you're not going to do hopefully. Other than that, the magazines themselves, I will try and release the magazine fluently this time round. There we go. The magazines themselves, 42 round magazine. I'll do a review on these in the future too to tell you how gas efficient they are. I'm going with a HPA adapter personally, so I'm going to be ditching these and going to a HPA conversion to AEG magazines using a high pressure airline. It's just what I'm feeling with this gun. It's going to get me a bit more performance. But like I said, 42 rounds, they're pretty nice. Full metal. The gun itself is mostly polymer with some small metal parts. The only thing that gets me is I wish the rails were metal, but you have rails on both sides and on the top. Included iron sights are pretty simple. If I can get that to focus there. They are pistol iron sights on the top and bottom while it's folded down. You then can flip the iron sights up and they go to more of your classic rifle iron sights as well. Rail will hold all standard attachments. Other than that, that's pretty much this piece of equipment in a nutshell. I managed to pick this up for just over £200, which is very on the cheap end because people get their hands on these and end up reselling them for a fortune. The tan one is not available everywhere, and unfortunately it's often given horrible pictures, so it looks custard coloured. I can tell you that it is a dark earth colour. It looks gorgeous, but this is an awesome piece of kit. I'm going to do a teardown and kind of post-game review on this rifle once I've played a couple of matches with it. Also go over kind of wear and tear, and if the paint's good, as we found out with some of my other pieces of equipment. I'm a bit of a stickler for whether paint lasts or not. I do plan on having this gun custom painted too at some point in the future. I want to do all of the stuff custom because, again, you want to make it your own if it's going to last you a long time. Other than that, hope this little sneak peek was good for you. One thing I will leave you off with, as you're probably all wondering, you know, lovely piece of kit. You've got a lovely gas blowback rifle unit. Where's the hop adjustment? Now, this gets people caught out all of the time, but very simply, you have it in semi or full, you push forwards on the trigger and it displays your rotary hop-up dial there. Like I said, it is a rotary hop-up dial. It can have more buckings and nubs put into it if you want to upgrade them. You can upgrade the barrel, but you have to buy a special adapter that goes on the end of the barrel to be able to change it properly, especially if you're going for a slightly longer barrel to increase your range and accuracy. But otherwise it's a fully upgradable piece of kit. There are one or two proprietary parts though which you can't replace unless you're replacing like for like, which would be the hop unit and a few other parts on the inside. But otherwise, from that, I will wish you guys a lovely afternoon, and follow me to come back into the future to hear a review on this post-game about its performance, gas efficiency, wear and tear, and then we'll also be doing, you know, a maintenance guide as well, how to maintain your Tokyo Marui MP7 A1. Have a lovely rest of the afternoon.